Hello, good morning, all. Welcome to Lakshya Academy. This is the part 6 of chemical coordination and integration. Otherwise, we can say excretory system. Okay, in the fifth part, we learned hypothalamus, the matter related to hypothalamus, which is given in NCERT textbook, and some additional points are given in a state textbook. This is very important for our NEET examination because in the recent papers, if you observe the NTA mock test papers given by National Testing Agency, who conducts our NEET exam, okay, they are giving some of the bits out of NCERT textbook. If you read our state textbook, almost it is enough for our NEET preparation. Hypothalamus is located. The word hypo means under thalamus chamber. Okay, hypothalamus, we learned in the previous NCERT textbook, the location of hypothalamus is, okay, location, this is the location. Hypothalamus is the basal, it is the basal part of the diencephalon, and diencephalon, which is a part of the forebrain, that is the location of the hypothalamus. Okay, if you look at this, our state textbook here, hypothalamus is located below the thalamus, below thalamus constituting the floor of it forms the floor of the diencephalon. Okay, imagine take one room. Okay, a room has a roof, a room has walls, a room has the floor. The top of the room is the roof of the room is, okay, the roof of the room is, imagine this is the roof of the room is this part. Who is this roof? Epithalamus. Okay, this part, this is the roof. These are the walls of the room are thalamus, and the floor of the room is hypothalamus. Okay, hypothalamus it constitutes the floor of the diencephalon. Diencephalon is one room. In that room, there is a roof, there is a floor, and there are walls. The roof is epithalamus. The walls are thalamus. The floor is hypo. Below it is there. The floor is, okay. This is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is the floor of the diencephalon. Diencephalon is nothing but a room. Imagine. Okay, which diencephalon is a part of the forebrain. Okay, I told you in the previous part also, forebrain consists of one cerebrum, the other part is diencephalon. Okay, the diencephalon is a part of the forebrain. It connects the neural and endocrine systems. Okay, our nervous system and endocrine system are connected by hypothalamus. Okay, this is the part of nervous system. This is the part of endocrine system. These two systems are connected by hypothalamus. Is a connecting. It is a bridge. It is the bridge like. Okay, the bridge connecting Guntur and Vijayawada. Okay, there is a bridge between these two cities. Okay, like that it is connecting. Hypothalamus is that bridge, which is connecting the neural system, nervous system, and endocrine system are connected by nervous system and endocrine system. Imagine this is the nervous system, this is the endocrine system. The two systems are connected by hypothalamus connecting them, and it is closely, and because it is closely tied to the pituitary gland, this is the pituitary gland, this is hypothalamus, it is closely tied to the pituitary gland. It responds to the sensory impulses received from different receptors by sending out appropriate neural and endocrine signals. Okay, it responds to sensory impulses received from different receptors. Okay, we have different types of receptors. Okay, we have receptors in our skin, we have receptors in all sense organs, we have receptors in many, not only in the sense organ, we have in internal receptors or receptors, visual organs also have receptor. Okay, these receptors, what do? They receive impulses. It responds to the sensory impulses received from different receptors. Receive sensory impulses. For those receptors, it is responding by sending appropriate neural or endocrine signals. It may send a neural signal, or it may send endocrine signals. That means it may release some chemical hormones. Okay, next it regulates a wide range of body functions. You learnt in the wide spectrum of in NCRT also wide spectrum of body, wide range of body functions. It contains several groups of neurosecretory cells called nuclei. Several groups I told you in the previous part what is nucleus. Okay, what do these nuclei produce? These which nuclei produce hormones called neurohormones. What do we call them? Neurohormones or brain hormones. They are transported to the neurohypophysis. For example, this is the okay, these are the neurons, hypothalamic neurons present in the hypothalamus. Okay, from the hormones produced here, these are the okay, the hormones are the neurohormone. They are transported to the neurohypophysis. This posterior pituitary is also called neurohypophysis. They are transported. Now you can see the dots. These dots are nothing but hormone molecules of hormone, and they are transported to where? Posterior pituitary, otherwise called neurohypophysis, through axon of the hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. This is called hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. Hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. What is meant by tract? Can you remember that? What is meant by tract? Can you remember? In 10th first year you learnt difference between nerve and tract. Okay, some of you are able to remember that, I think. Okay, the group of cell body, sorry, group of axons in the central nervous system is called as a tract. These are the cell body. These all are axons. This is a bundle of axons. Bundle of axons in the central nervous system is called tract. This tract is collecting the hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Pituitary gland otherwise called hypophysis. Pituitary gland otherwise called hypophysis. Okay, that's why it is called hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. Hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. The hormones are called these are neurohormones. They are transported to the neurohypophysis. Neurophysis means anterior posterior pituitary other name. And through axons of this is the axons of hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. Hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. The two types of hormones produced by hypothalamus are, as I told you in the previous parts also, releasing hormones, inhibiting hormones, releasing hormone, releasing hormone, releasing hormone, inhibiting hormone, inhibiting hormone. What are they? Releasing hormones and inhibiting hormone, releasing hormone, releasing hormone, releasing hormone, releasing hormone, inhibiting hormone, releasing hormone, inhibiting hormone. The two types of hormones produced by hypothalamus are, what are they? Releasing hormones and inhibiting hormones. What do releasing hormones do? Which stimulate the secretion of pituitary hormone. They are telling the pituitary gland to produce some hormones. What do inhibiting hormones do? They inhibit the secretion pituitary. They are telling the pituitary gland, hey, stop producing that hormone, and they are giving directions to okay pituitary gland. The hypothalamus, the master control center of the endocrine system, master control center, master control center, master blaster, Sachin Tendulkar. This is the master control center, MCC, Mumbai Cricket Council. Okay, Sachin Tendulkar from Mumbai, master blaster. Okay, master control center of the endocrine system. Who is that? Hypothalamus. Okay, because why it is called master control center? Because it secretions directly control the pituitary gland. Hey, pituitary gland, do this thing. Okay, they are directly controlling. Okay, for example, when a terrorist enter into someone's house or in a temple, or there are many devotees are there, and they point the guns towards them and order them to do what they say, and they do blindly whatever they say. Like that pituitary master, this hypothalamus telling the, hey, do this thing, and it is ordering the pituitary gland. Okay, hypothalamus master control center of the endocrine system. Because it secretions directly control the pituitary gland, which in turn this pituitary gland what it is doing, which in turn okay secretes hormones that regulates the growth and functioning of the other endocrine glands. Okay, for example, okay, let us take some examples here. The hypothalamic hormones called growth hormone, releasing hormone. Okay, this hormone coming from hypothalamus, that's why it is called hypothalamic hormone. called, what do we call the, what is this hormone? Growth hormone releasing hormone, GHRH, otherwise called somatokinin. Okay, you have to remember here three terms: somatokinin, somatotrophin, somatostatin. Very important terms. And stimulate the synthesis and release of somatotrophin, means growth hormone, by the pituitary gland. Okay, you got it, I think. And this, for example, this is the hypothalamus. It is producing one hormone called growth hormone releasing hormone. Growth hormone releasing hormone. Okay, look at this one. Growth hormone releasing hormone. It is coming from hypothalamus, otherwise called somatokinin, which stimulate the synthesis and release of now the pituitary gland. This gland releases one hormone. It is telling, this hormone telling the pituitary, anterior pituitary, a produce. Mr. Pituitary, anterior pituitary produce growth hormone. Now, okay, by following those instructions given by hypothalamus, it is releasing hormone. Okay, this is the hormone coming here, and it gave instructions, and now it is releasing into the blood. Through the blood, it goes, growth hormone goes to all our body parts. Okay, with pituitary gland, on the contrary, growth hormone now, okay, hypothalamus now telling the pituitary gland not to produce growth hormone. Okay, on the contrary, okay, opposite to this one, growth hormone inhibiting hormone, GHIH, it is otherwise called somatostatin. From it is also a hypothalamic hormone. Okay, what it is doing? Inhibiting the release of growth hormone from the pituitary. It is now telling the pituitary gland, hey, don't produce growth hormone. Okay, these two are quite opposite. Growth hormone releasing hormone, that one GHRH. This is the growth hormone inhibiting hormone. Okay, both are produced by the hypothalamus, but giving opposite instructions. And these hormones originating in the hypothalamic neurons. Okay, these hormones originating in the hypothalamic neurons. These hormones originating where? In the hypothalamic neurons. Very important point, this one. Passing through the axons, passing through the, and released from their nerve endings. And these hormones are released from their nerve endings, axon terminals, into the synapse or synapse, into the synapse. Okay, into the synapse, it is not given here, and they reach the anterior pituitary. How can they come to the anterior pituitary? Okay, there is a portal circulation here. Portal circulation, very important. Hypophyseal portal system. Earlier you learned renal portal system, hepatic portal system. This is the hypophyseal portal system. These hormones reach the anterior pituitary through the portal circulatory system. Very, very important. Okay, there are three types of portal systems we find in animals: hepatic portal system, renal portal system, and earlier I explained you these portal systems in circulatory system also. Okay, this third portal system is the hypophyseal portal system that regulates the functions of the anterior pituitary, and now the posterior pituitary under the direct neural regulation of the hypothalamus. Okay, under the these hormones are directly coming here, but these hormones are, they are released into portal circulation. Okay, what do you mean by portal vein? Okay, what do you mean by portal vein? A blood vessel which starts with capillaries and ends with capillaries is called portal vein. Portal vessel, portal blood vessel. Okay, portal vessel means a blood vessel, arteries end in capillaries. Veins begin with capillaries, but portal blood vessel, okay, portal blood vessel, it starts with capillaries and ends with capillaries. Now it is a hormone is releasing to these capillaries, and again it is releasing from these capillaries into the anterior pituitary. Okay, now regulate the functions of the anterior pituitary, the posterior pituitary, and the direct neural regulation of the hypothalamus.